Uwu. You guys didn't hear anything. It's your imagination. They're not terrible though. They're just not the greatest. Random stream buffer. Uh oh. Is that better, guys? All right. Seems to have stabilized now. Okay, cool, cool. I don't know why, but just apparently having the YouTube Studio open. I wasn't even doing anything in it. I didn't even have a video playing, or I wasn't making changes or anything. I just had YouTube Studio open, and apparently that was enough to absolutely crush my bitrate. Technology, man. I just don't understand it sometimes. Alright, we're all better now? Okay, cool. Cool. I'll treat it with kindness before I throw vintage blacks in it. It's an M60, man. Put some box clickies in it. Or maybe something silent. Something with a mushy bottom out. Spoke too soon. Is it still busted, Geo? Is it still buffering for everyone? Please stream. Don't get destroyed. Okay. It says I haven't dropped frames in a little bit. Oh, wait. I wonder what... I don't understand why this is happening. Looks okay right now. It's still... I'm still, like, seeing frames getting dropped now, though. I don't understand why. What is going on, Twitch? This might actually not be on my end. recovered after your my chat is really delayed. Uh-oh. Am I still, like, buffering for people? Am I stuttering a lot? Do you guys notice any of these dropped frames? Seems to be getting better overall, but... Oh, man, I don't understand why I'm dropping any. Okay, how about that? Is that any better, guys? No stutter here. It's fine for me now. Okay. 25 on a 25 gig network. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna assume that's okay, but let me know. Let me know if we start having other issues, guys. Hopefully we'll be all right. What are you guys doing today? I'm all comfy in my hoodie. I got sweatpants on too. It's a nice rainy day outside. Absolutely love it. Just had a latte. Now I'm just vibing. Is the soundtrack by Twitch working for you guys as well? Can you guys hear the music? I didn't actually really do much testing on that, but it should be working. Hopefully you guys can hear it and you guys get the little pop-up on the bottom too. Someone let me know if that's working. Someone give me the thumbs up. It works? Okay, cool. It seemed like kind of broken for me earlier, but I think I got it working, but then I couldn't really test it without going live, so I'm not really sure what is happening there. Also, shout out to Mr. Petra for the tier 2 sub. Appreciate that, man. I don't know where your life went, but find mine as well. It's 92 degrees in Arizona. Jesus. It's pretty cool here. It's like, according to my phone at least, it's 46 degrees and raining right now, and I love it. I love the fall. Love the fall. Fall and winter, way better than spring and summer. Don't at me. And even in Washington, it like almost never gets to 92 degrees in the summer. It's crazy that anyone like in America can get that kind of temperature in the middle of November. Also, let me know if the music's too loud, guys. It's kind of loud for me, so I assume it might be kind of loud for you as well. Disclaimer, I have opened this box before. This is not a first unboxing. But I'd figure I'd give you guys a little pseudo unboxing experience in case you wanted it. Plate and PCB in here. I like these mechanics boxes, honestly. It's kind of like a nice mix between like really nice packaging and just like I'd rather save the money on packaging, if you get what I'm saying. I mean that in a good way. Like, it's all the packaging that it needs. It doesn't need to have, like, crazy, fancy packaging. Oh yeah, that's one thing I'm sorry you guys didn't get to experience. So like I mentioned, that was not a first unboxing. The Fjell actually comes wrapped in this Mechanisk branded paper, and it is super nice. Absolutely love it. I threw it away already. Actually, wait, did I? I might not have. Okay, I think I did throw it away. I shouldn't have, though. I feel kind of stupid about it now. I should have showed it off. Because it's pretty cool. The color pops. Yeah. Yeah, the color is really, really cool. Like, just look at how vibrant that is. I got fingerprints all over everything now. Loving it. Frisco says, I got mine last week. Awesome, awesome. R5 finally shipped. Yes, this is an R5. Is 60% your favorite layout? Also, damn, that DCS Red Alert is hot. Yeah, 60% is absolutely my favorite layout. I have, like, a bunch of keyboards behind me, and the vast majority of them are 60%. Nothing against other layouts, I'm just all about the 60. DCS Red Alert, though, yeah, it does look very nice. I love it on this board, too. I'm scared to look at the mech market prices for the Fjell. I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm out of touch with the market. Is the Fjell selling for a lot right now? Because I feel like Leandrin has done enough runs of the Fjell to like really get quite a few units out in the wild, and like there are still more to come. So I feel like it's, while it is something that maybe does have a fair amount of demand, I feel like the supply is like close to the demand, all things considered. Oh, you think 500 plus? Okay, maybe I'm wrong then. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe the demand is much higher for the Fjell versus the supply. I figured it would have a markup, but not like a crazy high markup. I do plan on removing these center posts, by the way. Got one of these lovely WT60D PCBs as well. Very happy to see that alongside. And I got what I'm assuming is also the E ultrahot plate. So I don't know if Leandrin's still in chat, but if you are, correct me if I'm wrong. This is anodized, correct? And then this is like an E coating. So you're trying to kind of get the same color via a different method. So the E coating is a very, very smooth texture, whereas this kind of feels like anodization because it's just a little bit more textured, a little bit rougher. But anyways, we have an aluminum plate here. We're going to go with that because it does match the case. Both are E coating. Interesting. Okay. Have you noticed the way the texture looks different on the finishes though? I don't know. That really threw me off. That's interesting though. The color does look pretty similar though. Pretty close. Maybe it's just my mind playing tricks on me. Pretty case you're working with? Yes, very pretty. I'm not usually like a color person, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know. I like to rant about colors of anything else, but there are some colors that I feel like are just more than for the sake of a color option, if that makes sense. Like, you go into, like, a group buy, and it's like, okay, sure, you'll have silver, or you'll have gray, or black, and, like, sure, those are all great options, but, like, feels like this has more of a purpose as a color versus just, like, being there because it should be there. And it's a color we haven't really seen in our community before. It's kind of like a hybrid red-pink, and it's quite bright, quite vibrant, and I like that a lot. Should pair it with a pretty neutral key set, but we'll see. I'm not entirely sure what key set I'm going to go with. I'm pretty positive I'm going to use Quakemz, though. Because I wanted to use them in my Polaris, but I wasn't able to. Because I was using a half plate, and these are a little too loose in the PCB, unfortunately. So, wasn't able to use the Quakemz there, but I think I'm going to put them to use in this build. I think the colors should work pretty well, too. It'll be kind of like a strawberries and cream sort of effect, almost. Come on, Brian, let's go plateless. I already have a plateless mechanics build. My Type X is plateless, and it's freaking awesome. Do you guys really think I should go plateless? I don't know. I feel like the plate was sent along with it, so I should use it. I don't know. You guys, I agree that plateless is pretty cool, but I think I'm going to use the plate in this way. What about the ultramarine switches? See, I was thinking about using those as well, but I don't know if the color is going to go well with this. I feel like I'm going to save those for the ultramarine Clippa that you sent me a little while back. I think that's going to be the platform for the ultramarine switches. That way I can have, like, the full ultramarine experience, you know? I don't know. What do you guys think? You want plateless for the flex? Yeah. No, I mean, it's an aluminum plate, so it'll have some flex. I mean, 1.5 aluminum is still, like, there's still flex to it. It's not like it's completely rigid like a steel plate. Is there any point in using a flex cut PCB? I mean, if you want more flex, then yes. And a lot of people like the flexier, softer bottom mount, like this guy. I'm one of those guys. But certainly, I mean, it's not for everyone. And in a lot of situations, it won't really matter. Like, if I were using, let's say, a steel plate with this, it would, the benefits of the slots on the PCB would be pretty much non-existent. You almost forgot about that one? Yeah, that's the next stream, I think. I'm going to do the Clippa next stream with the ultramarine switches. They do feel pretty good, though. I've been kind of messing around with one of them. I want to get some Vent Blacks for a plateless build I want to do. Nice, yeah. Cherry switches fare very well in plateless builds. Caswell asking how tall I am. I am 6'4", which is 193 centimeters. I think. Somewhere around there. You like it? Then let's go plateless. I don't want to have like only plateless builds though. I mean, it's a matching plate. Like I feel like I should really just embrace this. Flexi boards are fun to type on. They sure are. People might want to see the ultramarine switches. Oh, good point. I can definitely show them. I just gotta find where I put them. Ah, there they are. They happen to be right behind me. I know I don't have the best of lighting here, guys, so you have to bear with me a little bit. Come on, lighting. Work with me for once. Alright, apparently that doesn't work very well if I zoom in. I need to get like way better lights, but hopefully this kind of gives you a little bit of an idea. It is a pretty deep color PCB mount, which we love to see. And I didn't actually know until I got them in, but they are pre-lubed, which is pretty cool. And I don't just mean like normally pre-lubed like a lot of other switches on the market. I mean like similar to the Silks. So they are like actually pre-lubed. Looks black, yeah, I know. Like, it's just... It's hard for me to capture in this lighting. Which is why people should go to the Mechanics Discord and look around for some pictures. But yeah, I'll be using these in my next build. So that's going to be pretty awesome, along with the Ultramarine stabilizers as well. So that'll probably be either this coming Friday or next Monday. You can also just, or sorry, you can always just put a plateless build into the Fjell if you don't like the plate build. That's true as well. That's one of the benefits of tray mounts, right? You can just pop an assembly out and put a new one in. Yes, it is a JWK switch. Yeah, look at that picture, guys. That's a way better picture. Real lighting. Alright, guys. So I did lube some stabilizers before the stream, so you guys don't have to suffer through watching someone lube stabilizers. I'm going to go with an HHKB kind of layout here. So I'm going to use split backspace, split right shift, the works. Should I test the PCB or should I trust in fate? I imagine the PCB works. And I think I've only been fooled once by not testing a PCB pre-hand, I think. Once or twice, maybe. Alright, things are looking pretty good. Not that I had any doubts. Is that the best 60% PCB on the market? I mean, I guess it's debatable, but it's probably my favorite. It has everything I need without any of, like, the stuff that I don't. Like, there is layout support, but it's limited enough to where the PCB is still, like, not Swiss cheese. It has the flex cuts. I like flexiness. I like soft typing experiences, so big benefit to me. USB-C, love that. VIA compatible, QMK, love that as well. Designed by Wilba. I mean, it's what's not to love, right? Plus, it just looks really nice, too. Big fan of the color. almost the best layout. It is almost the best layout. I gotta go for variety, though. I've been building too many full backspace boards lately versus split. I gotta try to keep some kind of balance. How does the Klippa compare to the Fjell? I mean, the Klippa is a lot cheaper. There's a lot more material going on in the Fjell, and obviously it weighs a lot more as well. You have the weight system. I mean, other than that, they're both tray mounts, and the newest revisions have the removable poles on both the center mount. Plus, the Fjell is a little bit flashier, right? It's a different design, whereas the Klippa is a lot more kind of that standard classic 60% look, without really a whole lot of like bells and whistles going on. But this one is definitely a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, I guess you could say. What's up, Side Up? Thoughts on the Bella versus GMMK Pro? Isn't the GMMK Pro like $90 cheaper, I think? Somewhere around there. So it's like, it's kind of in a different price bracket, but I don't know, that's a good question. I mean, they're both kind of like that, going for that mid-tier 75% kind of thing. That's tough, man. I don't know. I don't think the Bella looks that good to me. Like, it's not personally a board I would like aesthetically. I do like that it has the little like cat themed, what is it, the switch puller or whatever. I think that's kind of fun. Or switch opener, I think is what it is. One of those. I like the idea. I really like the idea of putting like a tool in your keyboard. I don't know. Big fan of that. I need some screws. So I'd probably go with the GMMK Pro personally, but I don't know. The Bella like might be like a slightly higher quality keyboard, all things considered. But it is also a fair amount more expensive, if I recall. That should be enough screws. Why did someone use a saw on that PCB? Hey man, don't hate on the flex cuts. Kiwi Kang, what's up, man? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm trying to figure out where all of my stabilizer screws went. I found some, but I feel like I'm missing a lot of them. Just grooving to the beats. Bon Boy has to go eat dinner. See you later, man. Have a good one. I want some dinner. I'm hungry. Klippa is better looking than the Fjell. I mean, it's going to be preference. If you want something that's a lot more like classic and subdued, I think the Klippa is obviously the better looking case. But if you want something a little bit different, you kind of like the bezels around here. then that could be for you, you know? Fjells and whistles, you could say. Wow, that's a good one. That's a good one. Hey, you don't have to apologize for that, alright? That was genuine. Quakemz, thoughts on the Vega? If it's anything like the Polaris, it's going to be a very good value. And you guys know how I feel about value. I really like it. Eating some nugs. I want some spicy nuggets. Some Wendy's spicy nuggets. That sounds really good right now. Meow, meow, meow. Fair enough. It's a good point. You always raise such compelling arguments. You're eating tacos? That sounds even better. I'm unsure what I'm eating for dinner tonight. What's up, Yakbet? That red, though, yeah. It's pretty nice, right? Anyone tried kangaroo inks yet? I can't say I have. Can you tell me what a kangaroo ink is? Would you say it was hot? I would say it was hot, Gio. Ultra hot, even. It bypasses super hot right into ultra. What's up, Stash? How you doing, man? Kangaroo inks are the new inks sold at novelties. What makes them kangaroo? Is it like? Let me go. I guess I can just go look. Kangaroo inks. They're tactile inks? Okay. Kangaroo. I can't seem to find them, unless I'm crazy. Oh, wait. There they are. Oh, it's a speed switch, sort of. It has a 3.5 millimeter bottom out versus a 1.5 millimeter actuation versus 55 gram or 58 gram actuation, 65 bottom out. Okay, yeah, it is a tactile. Interesting. So it's kind of like a sort of like a speed tactile in a way. That could actually be pretty good. I don't know if you're watching, Mike. I'm assuming you're not. But let me get some of those. Alright. Let's go ahead and test some stabilizers. I pulled out GMK Cafe for testing, but I might actually use this set. I'm not sure. Cafe could look pretty good on this red, right? Like, I'm not crazy. That could be a thing. I know I might be crazy. Slightly. It would be something, not sure if it's good. What? You guys don't think cafe would look good on red? I think it could be cool. Right? Someone back me up on this. What is the board with DCS Red Alert? That is my E6 V2. Alright, we're looking and feeling good. Sounding good as well. Very nice. Thanks, man. I like my E6. I know it's such a deep red. This is actually E-coating. But it is very deep, yes. You're absolutely right. It's spray paint? I don't know about all that. See, you have an excuse for putting cafe on a red board. Langlania did it, and I'm pretty sure he isn't colorblind. Man, you guys think that cafe is really that bad on red? This is why I don't really get into colorways, because, like, man, it's... I feel like everyone has very, very strong opinions about, like, what colors are able to be, like, meshed well together, and, like, everything else is just, like, bad. I don't know. I'm gonna take out these middle posts now before I forget as well. Do what you want, put cafe on it. Oh, I know. I mean, I'm never going to let other people's opinions sway what I think or feel. Like, unless it's, like, actually, like, an educational experience sort of thing. But when it comes to something like this, like, I will always just do whatever I want. I was gonna ping Lang to join us. Do it. I mean, he might be busy, actually. He usually streams on Fridays, doesn't he? At, like, 6 Pacific? I need more mechanics stickers. The one on my water bottle has been coming off, unfortunately, and I feel bad. I like to put mechanics stickers everywhere. It's also not that hard to change if you don't like it. Yeah, that's very true. Alright, this board is going to be hot. It's going to be E ultra hot coffee. Get it, guys? You guys get it. You guys get it. Films on creams or no? There are no films on these. These are lubed though, somewhat heavily. With 205 grade 0. I had these in my Sirius until I recently rebuilt it with the Glorious Pandas. But yeah, no films on these. These are a very early batch cream, though. These are like actually like first production run creams. Who lubed them? Straight Classy. But to be fair, it was like some of the first switches he ever lubed for anyone else. It was like when he very first started out doing lube services. That Arabic set that Jay was showing would look great. Which Arabic set? I mean, I agree. Arabic sets always look amazing. I don't know why, but like that script is just like amazing. It's very, very beautiful, I would say. I'm actually gonna do this on my mat. My good old trusty work mat. Not that my desk is in very good condition, but I might as well not poke it with metal. It was originative? Yeah, I can vaguely remember what was going on, but the actual like name eludes me. So how's everyone's Friday going, guys? Anyone do anything fun? Or it's not Friday, it's Monday, right? I keep losing track of days, because, like, it just doesn't matter. Doesn't matter right now. At least until I get a job. How was everyone's weekend, rather? And, interestingly enough, so our governor here in Washington is imposing more restrictions over the next 4 months, or 4 weeks, I think. Not 4 months. And one of them is you basically can't have indoor gatherings unless everyone has participated in like a 2-week quarantine themselves, and or like has tested negative for COVID after like X amount of time. So, like, with Thanksgiving coming up, pretty big family gathering day, we now have rules saying that we basically cannot do that. And a lot of people are very upset around here. What about you guys, though? Do you guys have any local restrictions for the upcoming Thanksgiving weekend? How are you guys all handling it with the whole COVID situation? Maybe if people took it seriously. Yeah, no, I don't get me wrong. I fully agree. I fully agree. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't take it seriously, so you know, everyone has to suffer from it basically when even some people don't believe. Yeah, I don't want to get too much into, like, I don't know, talking about that per se though, just because I think we're all in the same boat at this point, and we kind of all know, or at least I think the people here are smart enough to understand. I don't have switches, right? This should be good. My hair is starting to question who's boss. Your hair, huh? Grundy says, people are only allowed to see their families according to when calendars tell them to. Well, no, of course not. I just mean, for a lot of people, at least here in America, it's like that's what they do. Is like on Thanksgiving, it's a holiday. Like you get together with your family, like you have this crazy feast, and it's like very much like a gathering sort of event. And so now, my state at least is effectively telling people that they can't really do that, and a lot of people are quite upset about that. I mean, for me, it's kind of like whatever. Like I try to just stay quarantined anyways, or stay like mostly isolated. I don't really have contact with other people to begin with. Need a real haircut? Same, man. I miss going to my barber. My mother was quite upset that I didn't go over for dinner during Canadian Thanksgiving. Yeah, like I'm not saying people should do it, but it's just like it's ingrained in so many people's heads that like it's a family holiday. Like you get together with your family, and like a lot of people get upset when it's not that. Anybody watching any good shows lately? I keep hearing that Queen's Gambit show on Netflix is supposed to be all the rage. Not that I've started it. I just finished season 2 of The Boys, which was pretty good. I didn't love it, but I thought it was still quite good. So what are you guys watching? Give me some recommendations. I need to start something new. And switches to spare. Have you watched The Mandalorian? Yes, I actually am caught up on The Mandalorian. Forgot to mention that. I need a couple of bottom row keys here. Or at least close enough to it. So making sure I got the spacing right. It's a universal plate, so you have multiple options on the bottom row. Just making sure I have the orientation proper on all these. Which I should, but it doesn't hurt to double check before you solder. All right. The Expanse. I can check that out. Mandalorian, yes, I'm caught up on the Mandalorian. I actually just finished the Clone Wars series as well, and it took me so long to watch that. And honestly, it's, for the most part, really good. I have to see The Expanse? Alright. If Leandrin tells me I have to see The Expanse, then I suppose I probably should. That's animated, right? Clone Wars? Yeah. It ran from 2008, I think, to 2014. And then they actually, this year, 2020, they put out the final season of it, which was pretty cool. All right, I'm looking good on orientation here. I'm gonna make sure all the pins are through as well. Nice, okay. Creams with ultra hot kind of fire. That's what I was thinking, right? It's kind of like it's like a berries and cream kind of effect, right? That contrast, yes. See, I'm only dumb most of the time. Sometimes I'm smart. It's pretty nice, right? Right? All right, cool. Time to start soldering. I'm going to move this out of the way for now so I don't get flux all over it. Remember to stay hydrated, guys. Don Bro, what's up, man? Hello to you as well. How you doing today? How do you guys feel about The Mandalorian? I feel like the show is kind of overrated. I'm a big fan of the Star Wars universe. I think there are definitely cool parts about The Mandalorian, but I don't know. I'm not convinced it's as good as people think it is. I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. Excited to put this together. I'm glad the color kind of contrast here is working out. And if I use cream switches and I use coffee, you could have cream. This is so big brain, guys. I've been planning this since the day I was born. You guys just didn't even realize. Still haven't even started it? That's fair. Oh, wow. I wasn't even heating up my iron. I thought I was. I feel stupid. Oh Lord, we soldering. I should probably open my window for this. Get some kind of airflow in here. I usually have it open, but it's been a little cold lately, so I've closed it. Sorry if that's really loud, good. Just dawned on me, I don't think the music volume is on. Can you guys not hear the music? Maybe it's just too low. How about now? You hear it? Is it too quiet, guys? This is still something I'm testing out because it's the like the soundtrack by Twitch beta or whatever. It's pretty good. It was good. So that is it too loud now? I just turned it up, I think. So only heard it when I turned on the compressor. Okay. Well, if it's too loud, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just keep it where it is now. I never get tired of using this PCB, man. It's a beauty. Computer is trying to keep you from vibing. Don't let your PC keep you from vibing, man. Yeah, we're trying out the new beta for Soundtrack by Twitch since DMCA strikes have been rampant. Channels getting deleted and stuff. It's been quite an ordeal for a lot of people. So this is kind of like one of Twitch's workarounds, I guess. Does a personal build? Yes, this is indeed a personal build, which is awesome. Not that I dislike building boards for other people per se, but it's always nice when you complete a build and you're like, "This is mine. Like I get to keep this." It's a good feeling. Do you like creams? I like creams. I think, I don't know. A lot of people say creams are really scratchy, but honestly, like mine aren't. But I think that's because I had some of the like first batch ones, and I think the newer ones maybe aren't quite as smooth. But the ones I have are very smooth. PCB looks beautiful. Yeah, right? It's good. I was thinking of making creamerons. I have no idea what that is. Oh, cream stems and milky yellow housing. Okay. Gotcha. There's so many names of Franken switches that I just don't know anymore because it feels like every day there's a new one. Yeah, better to not give it a name, but just tell what it is. Yeah, I mean, I get both sides. Like, it can be more convenient to have a name, but like the issue is, like, there's a new name for every time like someone puts a new part like with another part, right? Like it changes it entirely. Like it's an entirely new thing, and like it needs a new name, and it's like oftentimes all these names stem from like a random Discord server, and it's like how is the community supposed to know? And it's like you're not really gonna have a good way to just like get everyone to be like, yeah, okay, those are, and I'm gonna use creamerons for this. No, not targeting you, laser, or anything, but like creamerons, for example. Like if people don't know like what exactly that is, like they're gonna ask, and it's like you're gonna have to explain it to them at that point anyways. So it's like, I don't know. It's like you shorten it. It's more efficient to say like if the person knows what you mean, but if they don't, and like most people won't, you'll have to explain it anyways, and it winds up taking like more time just to tell them. I mean, like, look at how like ubiquitous Holy Panda has become, but like, still a lot of people in the community have no idea what a Holy Panda is, and it's like arguably the most popular Franken switch. What housing types work best with UHM stems? Um, I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. It seems like people are kind of split on it. I haven't tested them in enough scenarios to like really have a good answer for that, sadly. I've used them in Gatorons. They're fine. Creams I'd be really interested in trying, just because of the housing. If someone types something that looks like a typo, it might be a Franken switch. Huh. Yeah, that's fair as well. That's totally true. I'm getting MX Blacks and Tropical JWK switches. I'm gonna combine them somehow. Yeah, I think it's totally fine to test things. I just don't think like, I don't know. I don't think every Franken switch is like good, and I feel like someone will put like one part with another part for like the first time, and it'll just be like, here's a good new Franken switch, and it's like I feel like it should require more testing than that. And I know that's kind of ironic coming from me, um, because holy pandas, but I feel like now that we have so many Franken switches that are like kind of unofficially established, we could probably put more time into like actually trying different parts. Instead of just like coming up with a name of every single new combination, whether it's like just okay or not. Opinion on each HKB layout. Mikara shipped today. Mikara shipping already? Was that an in-stock product? Mikara looks pretty cool though. I love HHKB layout. I mean, I'm building what is effectively an HHKB layout right now, and I have several of them in my collection. I think from a usability standpoint, for my use case, it's as good as it gets. It's like my most efficient layout for typing. I'm a big fan. Big shout outs to Leandrin and Mechanisk, by the way, for sending this build over. PCB to play the case. Very much appreciated. And I know they are a sponsor, obviously, guys, but definitely make sure to check out Mechanisk if you're unfamiliar with them. One of the nicest people in the community, and one of the best vendors as well, in my opinion. Man, this is such a simple build, too. Very seamless. How do you game on an HHKB? That's where I have qualms with it, I guess. I play a lot of shooters. I need to use control, and I don't really like it to the left of A while gaming. I prefer it in the more traditional spot. So I tend not to game with HHKB layout very often. But I'm lucky enough to have several keyboards, so I kind of just swap back and forth and around. HHKB for work, 60% plus for at home with gaming. Yeah, that's kind of what I do as well. I heard Mechanisk. You sure did, buddy. I was just saying how we're all lucky to have you, man. You do a lot for the community, and you do it in a fantastic way. Man, I'm so stoked to put this together. Creams, I think creams were a good choice here. I think the color is going to go very nicely with the case. Not that we'll be able to see the switches once it's put together, but we'll know it's there. Can you re-sign it? I don't know how I can afford to get another. What do you mean resign? I'm sad I didn't get a Clippa polycarb case. Yeah, man. The Clippa polycarb is big value. A lot of people seem to be really liking it too. I wonder if we'll ever have a polycarb Fjell. That could be kind of interesting. Alright, just a few switches left to solder, guys. Will you be streaming your tinned build? Oh, you know it. You already know, man. That stream has been like 4 years in the making. It's definitely the tinned is still definitely one of my most hyped 4 boards. Alright. Should be done soldering. Gotta do a little test, though. Hydration. Yeah, definitely gonna be streaming my tin build. Very excited for that one. Alright, let's see if I messed up any switches. As long as it registers something, we're good. Via compatible. Oops. Look at that, everything registers. You'll love to see it. Oh yeah, I should probably get rid of that. There we go. The diffusion on polycarbonate is amazing. Only good PC diffusion I've seen. IMO. Interesting, yeah. It does look, I mean, it does look pretty nice. Nice. So, like, as you can see, I have removed the 2 center posts. Get a little bit more flex, a little bit more consistency there. we go. Now to find where I put the parts. Found them. Damn, that lipstick red. It kind of, right? Like it's not too far off. I'm looking for a tool if anyone's wondering. Found it. That key set above would go so well for this? Yeah, it would. It would. I have a few sets that would look pretty good, honestly. I think Honeywell could look really nice on this. I think the DCS Red Alert could look very nice on this. I think I might go for Cafe. What do you guys think? There's like no way Cafe could be a mistake here, right? Just trying to make sure I have everything lined up right so it's consistent here. Maybe black option of Cafe. I do have the dark alphas. We could do that. That could be a thing, ladies and gentlemen. People were hating on the Cafe option with this case color earlier. I think I'm going to go through with it and give it a try. I don't know if I want to do the dark alphas, though. Honestly, I might want to do the standard alphas. I'm unsure. Nice and sturdy. Just dropped a screw in there. By the way, so Red Alert has never been in GMK format. That is correct, at least as far as I'm aware. I think someone was considering doing it on GMK platform, though. I can't remember who. Someone in chat will probably know. Alright, guys, look at that. It's like a berries and cream kind of approach. Look at that. What do you guys think? Should I try out Cafe? I probably should, right? Or maybe Honeywell. No, I think I'm committed. I'm committed to Cafe at this point. The question is dark alphas or light alphas? That's the real question. I don't think I separated my dark and light alphas from this, so this is just going to be one big bag of GMK Cafe with like a lot of the kits. Full send, you know it. You know it. Iwase, what's up, man? How you doing? Honeywell would look a lot better, though. Honeywell probably would look a lot better. Maybe. I don't know. I think I gotta do cafe at this point. I have to. It's just how this is gonna be. Cafe with accent spacebar. I don't understand why I didn't separate the dark alphas and the light alphas when I put them in this bag. I feel very stupid about that right now. I don't know. I think I'm going to go... We all know how much you like accent spacebar. You can get out of here, Gio. Get out of here. I think I kind of want to try it with light alphas. I think that's just the way. Oh, look at that. Even on aluminum plate, look at all that flex. You probably can't see it, but I assure you it's there. Okay, it's going to take me a little bit to sort through this. The case is what should pop, not the caps. Yes. I agree. Ooh, that already sounds kind of nice. What the heck? Oh, it's like 1.75 U backspace. I was like, why is this not working? I don't know anything about keyboards, but this looks sick. Hey man, there's nothing wrong with that. Are you new to the hobby? You just passing by? Found a random stream? Because that's totally fine. Sangon is the way. I agree. Is there any silent and speed switches? That's a good question, actually. I don't think so. Silent and speed switches. I don't think so. I don't think so. Though, to be honest, speed switches... I mean, they're not... I don't think they're nearly as impactful as some people think. I don't think using speed switches is going to make anyone a better gamer. Honestly, I don't really see that happening. I think the difference in real world practice is too small to really be achieved by gamers. Wasn't there that new low-profile Fnatic thing? I'm unsure of what you mean. For Oh, so I know it does nothing in FPS? Yeah. Is it really that big of a difference in Osu? I guess I'm not a player of that game, so I guess I can't really say. Do like all the pro tier OS players use speed switches? Trying to clean up a little bit here. What games do you play? I play Overwatch. I don't really play like a whole lot of other games these days, unless like a cool new title comes out. Then sometimes I'll pick up stuff like that, like Cyberpunk. Like I'll probably play that. I think the real question is, are you going to get a new Ziploc bag to split the alphas when you clean up? I should, but I'm probably not going to do that. I'd rather just make it hard on myself, you know? Hello, what Switch color do you prefer? I don't know. I don't really care too much about the color. It's just more of like how the Switch feels. Too many Switches these days, man. I don't really know what my favorite art is. I guess Telios are probably like currently my favorite linears, probably. But yeah, I still have these Mechanics Ultramarine Switches to try, so not entirely sure yet. But I'm a big fan of all the Zeal stuff, honestly. I really am. Oh, I was like, why do I have two Bs? And I was like, oh yeah, Alice layout exists. That's right. I'm gonna go with barred homing keys once I find them. Found the non-homing, or the non-barred homing keys, rather. I'm pretty sure this set has barred homing keys. Have you ever tried Boba U4 silence? I have not. I have not. I gotta be honest. I don't like silent switches. I think most of them are not very good. But I never need silence when I type. So like I can understand the need for silence while typing, but I'm just not that person. Oh, I should wait. I should use some of these bean novelties, actually. Set some of these aside. What would you say the best silence are? The best of the worst? Again, I like the Zeal stuff. I really do. I think Telios are definitely my favorite silent linear so far, and the Xylants are my favorite tactile silent. Big surprise. I don't think they're perfect, but I like them. Put that there for now. I'm actually going to use control here. Well, I'll probably map that to something that isn't caps lock as usual. But I'll put that there just because. I just think it's cool. You can bottom out and push as hard as you can and it barely makes a sound. Yeah, I don't know. For me, like, they're still a sound, and I hate the sound. I hate the sound of silent switches, I really do. I understand, like, the need, the desire for silent switches, but I'm just not a fan of using them. Oh, that's 175. Whoops. MX Silent on Koyu feels like a Toper board without the bump. Yeah, I really like silent switches on the M60 or other integrated plates. I think integrated plates, such as the Koyu or the M60, just do like a really good job of helping mushier feeling switches. I'm going to trigger a lot of people by using a mod-colored tilde. I'm sorry, though. It's got to be done. Alright, it doesn't have to be done, but it's going to be done. I'm also going to use, oh wait, I'm split backspace. Never mind. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? If I didn't use split backspace and I used normal backspace, I would have used mod colored pipe as well, because I'm just that guy. Okay, where are my? Okay, there are barred. Nice. There are barred homing keys in this set. I was starting to think I was going crazy for a second. I don't know anything, but what if you mix the keys? I totally could. So yeah, I have dark alphas with this as well, so it's kind of like two different versions of the set. This is the lighter one with the standard alphas. Oh wow, that's already sounding pretty good, I gotta admit. That face when people think tray mount is automatically bad. Keck. All right, what do I think I'm gonna go for the bean novelties. I think those are pretty good. I think these are a little too much as far as novelties are concerned. Like, it's a great novelty, but it's a little bit more in your face. The bean seems a little bit more subdued. I like that. Should I go with the accents? Do some cream accents. I think I put this skate back in here accidentally. Oh, it's right there. There we go. Are there row 1 novelties in this set? There are, right? Am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. I guess there's not. I don't know why I thought there were. It's a killer bean. That's right. I'm going to replace this one too in a second. Alright, without accents, I'll concede this actually looks good. I'm telling you, man. People were hating on the E Ultra Hot with Cafe combo at the beginning of the stream, but now that they actually see it, I don't think it's very bad. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to use those. We're going to go with beans. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. You already know. Alright, what about the accents? I'm usually not a big accent guy. But since we use the cream switches, I think it would be remiss to not at least see what the cream mods look like. Obviously, it matches super well with my Chi desk pad. Or my Chi wrist rest, rather. It really does look good. I want to see white on black set on this color. I could do that, actually. I do have that set. Yay, I'm off to work. You have to work now, Pio? Really? Wow. Oh, you're off work now. I see. I thought you said off to work. My bad. I misread. You missed everything? Yeah, you missed most of it. We're coming up on the tail end of the stream. I have it built now. I might try another key set on here. We'll see. How do you guys feel about the cream, though? The cream accents? I know the lighting is a little different, but I love how vibrant the color looks. What do you guys think? Cream accents? Should I go back to the originals? It's time for a sound test. It is time for a sound test. Looks quite nice, actually. I know, right? Right? You like the accents? All right, we'll keep the accents for now. How about that? I think Cafe is a more universal set than people give it credit for. I think, at least. Remember to put these somewhere I'm not going to lose them. You mean Brown Olivia? I do mean Brown Olivia, yeah. It's a good set, man. It's a good set. All right, I'm going to pause the music for a moment. We're going to do a quick listen here. And I think you guys probably won't be surprised because there are other good sounding Fjells out there as well, but I think this one is pretty nice too. I need a can to crush. I'm bad at snapping, so like I hate using that as a sound reference. Anyways, it sound good. There's like actual flex there too. 4-post tray, aluminum plate. There's like a very real amount of flex here. Yeah, the spacebar is... that is chef's kiss. It's like not louder than the rest of the keys like it often is. It's not... It's dominant without being too assertive, right? Like you in bed, Petrov? I believe it. Yeah, I still believe it. Lol. You guys are crazy. This is just like one of those boards that like whenever people are like, oh, tray mounts are bad. Tray mounts always feel bad. Tray mounts always sound bad. You give them this kind of setup, and this is pretty nice. I think this sound rivals a lot of like top mount boards. It sounds a little worse down here because this is where the universal plate is at like the most disadvantaged, I guess. All the extra space down here. So it sounds a little leakier down here, but that's just universal plate. That's just how that works. That's the trade-off. With a non-universal plate, or like one of the new V2 plates that he's doing soon, this would sound even better. But this is pretty good. I'm really happy about this spacebar. That's universal plate shenanigans, yeah. Definitely trade-offs to universal. Definitely enjoying this already. A lot more flex than I was expecting. Yeah, so what do you guys think about the cafe? I think the cafe actually works. Also, shout out to the viewfinder bump-ons here. This is like one of the best parts of the board, honestly. It just looks good. Cafe is D-way. D-way. Look at that. How could you hate on that? I'm starting a movement, guys. Cafe can go on red boards. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I can't find the hole. There we go. Definitely happy with the way this came out. I gotta be honest, it came out even better than I was expecting to. Lang and Lipstick, no better combo. That's true. That's true. What board did Lang put Cafe on that was red? Because I'm pretty sure he did one too, but I'm not sure what it was. The red is deep. Yeah, the red is super deep. I don't know what's sexier, the board or the guy at the top left. Definitely the board. Definitely the board. Iron 180? He had a red Iron 180? Holy crap. I don't know. The cool thing about Cafe is like you can kind of pretend it's coffee in like whatever case you're using. That's like your mug, right? You can put coffee in any color mug. 100% bored. Osiris is just a suck up. Yes, I agree. You should play Valorant. I should, but I don't know. I'm more of an Overwatch kind of guy. Nothing against Valorant though. I was really bad at CS, so I didn't really want to start playing Valorant because I know I'd be really bad at that too. Don Bro says, this is a very off-topic story, but I remember when I had my first mechanical keyboard. When I heard rattle, I thought keyboard was broken or something and was disappointed coming from Scissor Switch. After like 3 years, I understood that kind of needs lube. Yeah. Yeah. If you want like a really nice typing experience, you gotta put in the work. Someone's gotta put in the work. Whether it's you or someone else building and or tuning it for you. It's just like it's a completely different experience. Like a board like this versus like an OEM board. Like it's a very different thing. Anybody have any questions before I head off in a few? About the board or otherwise, you know. We just out here vibing with life. Them stock rattle stabs, man. Yeah. Stock stabs are pretty rough. I mean, stabs in general are just... It's like, I understand why we have to use them, but it sucks that we have to use them. Maybe someday stabs will be good stock. We can hope. We can hope that someone will put out some cool stabs. I mean, GMK has teased on numerous occasions now that they're working on some new stabilizers that should be quite nice. We haven't seen it yet, which is unfortunate, but that could be pretty cool. We've seen Rama in the past tease some new stabilizers as well. I have no idea how hands-on he is with that project these days, but someone needs to, man. Someone needs to. And we focus so much on switches that stabs, I feel like, have kind of taken like a back seat. If Mechanisk is still here, any more wild colors incoming? Tell us what you have in store, Leandrin. I mean, we've seen the ultramarine colorway, which is pretty awesome, and now we've seen the ultrahot. So it's like very, very signature colors, which I think is pretty awesome, like I was mentioning earlier, versus just doing like all the standard ones that everyone is used to. We have to roll out ultrahot first. Yes, yes. People need these. That's for sure. I'm excited to see the community's reaction to when people actually start getting the ultrahot. I think it's a really cool color. I also think the ultramarine is super duper awesome too. I'm just a big fan of having these kind of very unique signature colors that like a vendor is using. So much more exciting. F to the upside down spacebar. I'm sorry, man. That's just how I roll. Do you want me to put it on normally for you just so you can look at it? I mean, I totally agree that normal orientation spacebar looks better. I mean, it just does. But the way I type, flipped just feels way nicer. Don't pop the stab. It's all right, man. It's all right. I don't think I've ever popped a stab in my life. I've fixed lots of pop stabs, but like none of them are really mine, I don't think. Plus, I'm also just really good at fixing pop stabs. I'd be able to fix it without doing any desoldering. I can understand it could be ergonomic, but it's perfectly ergonomic as is. I mean, okay, that's assuming you're typing a very specific way, like you're typing A properly and B like maybe at a particular angle. But keyboards, especially custom keyboards, often come in different angles. So I feel like that's not really a fair assessment. Because like if I use the spacebar like this, the normal way, the proper correct orientation, when I hit the spacebar, I'm hitting this sharp part of it. But when I flip it, I actually hit the contoured part. So it like actually my thumb wraps around it versus like fights against the edge. But I also don't type properly. I would very much assume that if you typed 100% properly, it would be more beneficial to have the standard spacebar. I thought pop stabs are a myth. Nah, man. I've seen a lot of stabilizers pop during shipping. Like I feel like that's a fairly common thing. I don't know if there's a proper way to type. Well, I mean, there is. Like, you know, if you hold your hands at a specific way, like, I don't know, like using a wrist rest, for example, bad ergonomics, honestly. Like, you're supposed to have your wrist higher up. You're supposed to, you know, use specific fingers to hit specific keys. Like, there is, like, a way that is more ergonomic, I guess. And I guess, like, other layouts could act, not like, necessarily like switch layouts, but like typing styles or whatever, Dvorak, Colmac, stuff like that, could actually be more ergonomically beneficial than like the QWERTY layout, for example. Creams, that's right. We went with creams. It's like a berries and cream coffee thing. It's a very food invoking board. Though I don't understand negative tilt boards, it doesn't make sense. I don't know. I've never used one. Maybe it is more ergonomic. It's a dessert? Yes. It is absolutely a dessert, and I'm happy about that. Alright. Should probably find someone to raid. Who we raiding? There's a lot of people streaming right now. Let's see who's streaming that might have fewer viewers than myself. Try to support someone even smaller. Okay, maybe there's no smaller channels doing builds right now. So we'll go with Minterly. I have no idea what she's building. Oh, she's doing the HBCP. Nice. Nice. She started this one the other day. You are very welcome, Leandrin. Thank you very much for supplying the board. It was an awesome build. Very casual. Alright, guys. Well, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. I'll be back soon with a build stream, either the end of this week or the beginning of next week with an Ultramarine Clippa, and there we will actually be trying out the new mechanics switches as well, the Ultramarine switches. So those will be pretty fun, and hopefully I'll get some better lighting angles to actually show them off. All right, guys. Let's get ready for this raid. Ultramarine Clippa is hot. It is hot. It is absolutely hot. You just sold yours and kept the PC. That's a tough choice. PC Clippa is just a little bit more interesting, I guess, just because it's PC. All right, guys. I'm gonna start the raid now. So let's get over there and say something wholesome. All right. Have a fantastic night, guys.